Welcome to Norman, Oklahoma, and the heart of the Sooner Nation. Memorial Stadium already rocking with the sounds of Boomer Sooner. We're going to hear that all day. Both teams have circled this game on their schedule. Two of college football's elite colliding here in a matchup of top 5 teams early in the season. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 3rd-ranked team, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Seminoles would kick this deep to begin the game. Here's the fair catch by the return man. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? The offense with some pre-snap motion. And the single back takes the handoff. A quick juke to get free. Gets into space at the 50. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
All the film work that they've done to get ready for this game, here we are in the opening drive. They see exactly what they thought they might see based on their film work. It pays off, and this back had a ton of space to show you what kind of speed he has.
And the point after is good. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. One play moves the ball to the 44, and it'll be first down. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. On the run, it's Davis. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
To throw, it's Bailey. Snags the quick throw.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they could convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Quick spin on the run. They get him at the 42, good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Brought down to the 22. It's a first down. Very near the red zone now.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Fires it to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
You know, where the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. Because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. Can you say methodical? Marathon march, Kirk, just pounding away and wearing down that defense.
They just kept moving the sticks and moving the sticks until they got into the red zone, and they just kept moving the sticks until they got into the end zone. What a drive.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Keep it going. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp. Offense getting set. It's second down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. They make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Back to throw. It's Bailey. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. They're going to run it. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Gets rid of it on the move. That's reeled in. It's McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they tack on the extra point. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Dumps it down to the back. They bring him down, but a solid game there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. The Sooners looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Back to throw. It's Arnold. Pass caught. And they keep the drive going. It's a 1st out of the 46.
But when they're throwing the football like this, it is really hard to defend this offense because of the timing of the quarterback with his wide receivers. Another good example of it there for the 1st down. Makes me harken back to guys.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. That's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
And the point after is right down the middle. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on 1st down, that's a win.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Stop at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. He got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
The Noles come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a handoff. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
To throw, it's Bailey. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Seminoles. PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sawchuk. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And he's out of bounds here on the return. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He's escaping the pocket now. He lets it go on the move. That's complete downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. And it just seems like over the years, so many big-time, dynamic receivers have come to Norman. Integral piece of this offense, and they get you the yards you need.
And it falls incomplete. Second down play coming up for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. But a quick stop by the defense. Game just chewed, so it's 3rd and 8.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to chuck it again. Tries to get it to the running back. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. The Sooners will come to the line looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Receiver makes the catch, and he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Risky call here by this offense. I thought the quarterback might wait a little bit longer for him to take his route beyond the sticks, but he gets the ball out of his hands. And how about the job by this receiver to fight for that first down?
He'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. And he's brought down at about the 3-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. And the defense will spend their 2nd timeout here to make some adjustments.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are...
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's good. So the offense gets momentum scored before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return begins inside the 10. And the returner steps out at the 20. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Catch made on the left side. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. And he's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Scanning the field, it's Arnold. Defense is coming after him. They're going to scramble now. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Now it's second down here. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. And they heave it deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew. With anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it, just misses him.
He's got his man in the open field. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
First down. They're going to throw the football. Grab behind the line. It's Parker. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Second down. We're going to throw it. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Brought down at the 7. Completion moves him closer to the goal line. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on first down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. He knocks this one right through. And that puts them back on top.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
This is a squib kick right to one of the blockers on the return team. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick this deep to begin the second half. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
On the ground, it's Davis. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of the defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Makes a quick catch. Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That's a fly to the wideout. And he's got it. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Handoff heading left. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now on this drive. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it right near the end zone.
Well, this is why this guy's one of the top wide receivers in college football. It's 3rd down. The defense knows you're probably going to go to him, and they still can't stop him from coming down with a big play.
And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Touchdown, Knowles. And they go in front here in the second half. Now the important point after attempt. And they knock through the PAT, so it's a 4-point game, 28-24. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch, signal for and taken. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. To throw, it's Arnold. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, just a great throw here, but surgical and precise in doing what they need to do to be able to pick up that first down and keep this Oklahoma offense on the move.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
He eludes the rush. Breaks loose at the 45. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, to keep this drive moving.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Bringing pressure. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida State 28, Oklahoma 24.
First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Back to pass. It's Arnold. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
The quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Heading left after the handoff. Fights off a defender. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that one.
Breaking tackles. Tough running to avoid a loss, and just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. He's moving out of the pocket. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Waiting for the end zone. Now the ball comes loose. It's a turnover.
Well, you're trailing in a game like this in the second half, an opportunity in the red zone at the very least to get a field goal, hopefully a touchdown. The most important aspect is ball security. You got to take care of the football, and instead, they cost themselves a possession.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
The pass rush closing in. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Looking for a deep completion. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain.
Well, I'd love to see this late in a game like this with the lead. Get aggressive. Go for it here on third down through the air. Quarterback delivers to his receiver. Comes down with a nice completion and a first down, and they keep that clock moving.
Heavy blitz look here, pre-snap. And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. And that run produces a decent gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Plays we've had so far. 3rd down and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back. It's Bailey. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Picked off, a crucial turnover. He's got some room and some blockers here. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead, taking a chance, and it backfires?
It was a hard running there through a tackle. 2nd down play coming up. Oh, here comes the reverse. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
It's a nice job of the receiver picking up the 1st down on a decent gain. The defense is happy it didn't go for more. Expect them to lock down these playmakers because you never know who's going to get the ball next.
A solid run, good for 1st down yardage. That's a big hit at the end, but he earned a fresh set of downs.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. The Sooners are in the red zone. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
He'll avoid a tackle there with a slide.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
And the Sooners with 1st and 10 here. Scanning the field, it's Arnold. The pocket breaking down. Finds his target, and it's complete. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looking to the end zone. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. Quarterback drops back. And this one is dropped and incomplete as time runs out to end the ball game. There was so much anticipation, so much preparation on both sides for a matchup like this to begin the season, Kirk. That's a big W on a big stage here early.
Well, you get through camp, you wonder how the season's going to get started, and they cannot be any happier. Now we'll just have to see how far they can ride this momentum as we go through the first half of the season.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.